it's Britt here, and I am here to review Layers of Fear's first DLC called Inheritance. That was a difficult one for some reason. Layers of Fear Inheritance releases on August 2nd for Xbox One, PS4, and PC for $4.99. It's $5. So I just wrapped up Layers of Fear Inheritance about an hour and a half ago, and I've been letting it all stew and compile in my head so I can tell you how I'm feeling through words. But before I get into that, let's just back up a little bit and talk about Layers of Fear itself. So Layers of Fear at the time was by far the scariest game I had ever played. I had never played anything like it. Okay, it's just a curtain. Okay, we're okay. You! No. Oh no! No! Oh no! Ah! I just spit whiskey over! Oh no! Oh fuck, shit! Oh no, it's everywhere! Oh no. Oh, there it is! Now? Okay, fine, I'll do it. If you have not played it and you've played PT, you should have a general idea of how Layers of Fear plays. But unlike PT, Layers of Fear covers an entire house. And there's a lot more rooms and stuff to find and discover and see and do and all that kind of stuff. So at the time, Layers of Fear, like I said, was the scariest thing I ever played. It physically made me feel nauseous whenever I would play it. And I completely and utterly fell in love with it. I loved the adrenaline, and I loved the thrill of it. It did a really good job at building suspense and, what's the word? Not suspense. What the fuck is, what's up with me losing my words? It did a really good job at building suspense and creating a really creepy atmosphere, I guess. And tension, and you never knew when something was gonna pop out at you. And yes, there were a lot of jump scares, but it was generally just creepy overall. It was just a very creepy, paranormal vibe, and it was just kind of psychedelic in other instances. Like things would twist and turn and paintings would melt, and it was just trippy and creepy. So yeah, I was very, very excited to hear that Bloober Team was working on a DLC. So now we are at Layers of Fear Inheritance. So this DLC focuses on, I don't want to spoil the first game. You basically return to the house as the daughter of the character of the first, it's actually like this, it's the core game. You return as the daughter of the character from the core game, and you're exploring this mansion and you're uncovering backstory and learning more about what actually went down there between the father and the mother and the daughter. And I'll just leave it at that. The DLC took me approximately an hour and 15 minutes to complete. There was, and I say that I'm rounding and estimating that time frame because I did encounter a certain glitch where I was trapped in a long hallway, and I thought maybe I was just missing something, but it turns out that I should not have ever been able to get into that hallway in the first place.
What do you want me to do? I don't know. Still here, still trying to figure out what the fuck I need to do. What do I have to do? I don't get it.
And I found that out by rebooting a save a couple times and trying out different things and learning that I ultimately was never supposed to be in there, and that instead a cutscene or a thing was supposed to trigger in that hallway without me going into it, and I ultimately got that to happen. But I did waste maybe 10-15 minutes on that. So for about $5, you are getting a good hour, 15-minute chunk of content, and there might even be more stuff to find and discover. I didn't see any, and I thought I covered the ground pretty well, but you know, everyone plays a little differently. The DLC also focuses more on psychedelic trippiness more than horror, that kind of feeling in your gut. You definitely don't get that sensation of, oh fuck, oh shit, oh blah, you know. It's more of like, oh that's weird, that's trippy, what the hell is happening? Did I accidentally take acid or something like that? And there's more, instead of walking around and finding and looking at things, it's more of, let's walk down this hallway. Okay, so rewind. So the DLC takes place in the same house, so you're not getting anything new in terms of setting. So what happens is that you'll walk into a room that you should be familiar with if you played the core game. You'll go there, a memory will trigger, and you will play through that memory as the daughter when she's young. So it's not as much walking around, scary thing happens, atmosphere is all creepy and building suspenseful and all that shit. It's more of walk into a room, thing happens, finish that memory, walk out, walk into another room, memory happens, etc, etc, etc. With all of that said though, I can't help, and this pains me to say it, be disappointed by this DLC. I guess I was expecting more of a Layers of Fear-esque experience. Like I said before, the suspense, the creepy atmosphere, the paranormal jump scares, the sobbing in the background, the doors opening and slamming and things being thrown randomly. I mean, that does happen to an extent, but if the core game was like 80% paranormal jump scare, 20% psychedelic shit, the DLC is like 85% psychedelic shit and 15% horror jump scare paranormal shit. Does that make sense? So I guess my expectations were off, and maybe if I had gone into the DLC knowing it wasn't going to be so much of the Layers of Fear that I experienced my first time around in the core game, I may have enjoyed this more. But I guess the whole time I was just kind of expecting like, okay, when's this going to start getting creepy? When am I going to start getting scared? Like, when is shit going to go down? And I mean, I had my whiskey and everything ready, and it turns out I was just drinking the whiskey because it tasted good, not because I actually needed it, because I actually was never really scared. The other thing that you can do with the DLC, I forgot to mention this, is that there are multiple endings. I think that means only 2, depending on how you play, and it's never quite obvious when you're playing the game what the choices are you're making that will affect the ending. But now that I finished it, I'm looking back, I'm like, okay, maybe I had done that, or maybe I had done that, the ending would have been differently. I think I got the poor ending, but I won't say what that was because I want you guys to experience it for yourself. So there's that. So there is some replayability. You know, if you get an ending that you weren't happy with, you can probably go back, do some things differently, and get a different ending. But yeah, so I guess at the end of the day, I wish the DLC would have been more like the core game. Again, I already have mentioned these things over and over again, so I won't mention them again. You know, the horror aspect of it. And yeah, I didn't get any of that. And part of me, I can't help but wonder, like, okay, so maybe it wasn't that scary to me because I played Layers of Fear and I've played PT since then, and now my like scary game armor buff is like +10, and now I'm like not as susceptible to being freaked out. That very well could be something as well, but definitely never really felt creeped out. It was more of, I just felt like, huh, this is really weird, this is really trippy, this is kind of funny, what's going on here? And there were some moments where something would crash in front of me randomly or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, or ah! There were a couple of those, but never was it like, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, something's gonna happen, and something happened. It was just more of like out of the blue and unexpected, and oh, that was creepy, and that was it. So yeah, I guess just keep all this in mind if you do want to get the DLC and you are interested, so just you have the right expectations. Yeah, so if you want to know more, DLC is totally for you. If you want to be genuinely creeped out, probably could pass on this one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them.